Welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly thrilled you're joining us today because, wow, we are digging into something truly fascinating. We usually picture wisdom as something you have to scale a remote mountain to find, right? Like sitting cross-legged for decades in absolute, utter silence. But today, we're flipping that on its head. We're exploring the idea that profound, life-altering wisdom is actually gathered by doing the dishes, or making coffee for a coworker, or just taking out the trash. We are diving deep into the altruism of Jupiter and exploring how giving back is literally the ultimate catalyst for personal growth.
Which brings up a really interesting question. Can helping others actually create success? It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Because let's face it, we live in this hyper-fast world where almost everyone is chasing success through ruthless ambition. It's all about climbing that corporate ladder and focusing entirely on number one to get to the very top. But based on the source material we're looking at today, we're going to see how genuinely, authentically helping other people might just be the absolute foolproof blueprint for real achievement. According to the text we're breaking down, the core thesis of having Jupiter in the sixth house comes down to this. Helping others becomes a natural expression of wisdom. I just want you to let that sink in for a second. It's not just about, being nice. Helping others is directly linked to wisdom. They aren't two separate, disconnected things. They're literally two sides of the exact same coin. As you grow wiser, you naturally help more. And as you help more, you grow wiser. It's a beautiful cycle, and that's the exact journey we're taking in today's explainer. So let's jump straight into part one, wisdom through daily service. Okay, let's really unpack this. We need to look at how the totally mundane routines of our daily lives, the stuff we do on pure autopilot every single day, actually serve as a rock-solid foundation for deep spiritual insight. The text lays it out clearly. Wisdom grows through daily acts of service. Think about the stark contrast there. We're talking about daily acts. Making that cup of coffee, sweeping the floor, taking 5 minutes to just listen to a friend vent. Small, practically invisible, ordinary moments. Yet they are the exact soil that grows something as massive and profound as wisdom. It doesn't just happen overnight with some giant heroic gesture. It's a slow, steady, incredibly powerful accumulation, day by day, act by act.
Which leads us nicely into part two, thriving in the workplace.
Let's see how this builds from an internal philosophy into the actual practical realities of our careers. Because, hey, this isn't just about feeling warm and fuzzy on the inside. This has massive real-world applications. There's a brilliant cause and effect relationship happening here. When your action is reliability and assistance, the guaranteed result is that respect is earned. And when you lean into service-oriented professions, tangible gains absolutely come your way. You can't just walk in and demand respect or rewards from your boss. They are the direct, almost mathematical result of being a reliable, service-focused presence. You put the assistance in, and the respect and gains naturally follow. Just think about your own role at work for a second, or even in your neighborhood. Who are the specific people everyone naturally gravitates toward when things go sideways? The text points out that this dynamic creates a natural advisor in workplace or community settings. When you constantly practice that reliability we just talked about, you honestly don't even need to ask for a leadership title. You naturally elevate right into that trusted advisor role because people just know without a shadow of a doubt that they can count on you.
And that evolution brings us to part three, the path of the mentor.
So the really crucial point here is that being this reliable advisor inevitably blossoms into deeper, far more significant relationships. It's this beautiful, natural progression from just doing your own job well to actively shaping the people around you. The text highlights a strong tendency to help others through guidance and support and explicitly states that success comes through mentoring or teaching roles. I really want to highlight the wording there. Success isn't just some lucky accident because you were nice at work. No, success explicitly comes through intentionally stepping up to be a mentor. When you provide that guidance, when you actively pull others up the ladder with you, that is exactly how you unlock your own success. It is such a brilliant paradox.
Moving right along to part four, ethics and conflict resolution. Now, let's be real, helping others is not always smooth sailing. We're dealing with human beings here, which means friction is basically guaranteed. So how do we handle the inevitable clashes of everyday life? Well, the text illustrates a powerful dual approach. On one side, you have handling conflicts ethically. That means doing what's right, playing by the rules, and keeping your integrity totally intact. But on the flip side, that is beautifully paired with solving problems with clarity and patience. Because let's face it, ethics alone can sometimes feel a bit cold or rigid. But when you fuse those strict ethical standards with deep human patience and crystal clear communication, wow, that is an absolutely unbeatable combination. It's about being fiercely fair while still being profoundly understanding. And that brings us to our final section, Part 5, Spiritual Growth Through Kindness. As we start to wrap up this explainer, I want to pivot away from the external world of workplaces and conflict and zoom all the way back into the ultimate internal reward. There's a really clear progression here that perfectly captures the heart of our source material. It all starts with step 1, basic acts of kindness and service. Just that simple daily choice to be helpful. That flows seamlessly into step 2, genuinely helping others and actively improving their lives. But the magic happens in step 3. The energy cascades outward, only to circle right back to you as profound personal and spiritual growth. By helping others, you directly trigger your own personal expansion. It's this incredibly perfect closed loop. Giving your energy away actually multiplies it right back inside of you.
Which brings everything beautifully full circle. Right back to that incredibly impactful line from the text. Wisdom grows through daily acts of service. It's really not about those grand, sweeping gestures that get your name in the paper. It's literally about what you choose to do on a random Tuesday morning. It's such a warm, encouraging reminder that every single day hands us a quiet little opportunity to grow just a tiny bit wiser, simply by being of service to the people standing right in front of us.
So, to conclude our explainer today, I want to leave you with one final, provocative thought. I really want you to ask yourself, how will you apply this clarity and patience in your own life today? Who around you could use a mentor? Whose problem could you help solve right now? Remember, your next massive breakthrough in both success and spiritual growth might literally just be waiting for you behind a simple, humble act of kindness. Thank you guys so much for digging into this incredibly inspiring material with me today, and I totally challenge you to go out and put this wisdom into practice immediately.